A working town between New Haven and Hartford, Meriden was an important manufacturing center in the 19th and early 20th century. The city was most famous for its silver and cutlery, but also produced glassware, guns, musical instruments, and kitchen appliances. Many worldwide icons of industrial design from this time were conceived right here. There's architectural evidence of Meriden's boom days in its grand downtown architecture and the stately residences on Broad Street. In this video, you'll see the top 10 things to see and do in Meriden. The suggestions are based on our several exciting trips to the city. Here are our top 10 picks. Begin with number 1, Hubbard Park. Walter Hubbard, the president of Meriden's Bradley and Amp. Hubbard Manufacturing Company, donated most of the land for this glorious park at the turn of the 20th century. This was all on the proviso that it would remain free to the public. Hubbard Park occupies more than 1,800 acres of the Hanging Hills, a basalt subrange of the linear Metacomet Ridge. Frederick Law Olmsted, most famous for Central Park, was called in to help landscape Hubbard Park. Man-made and natural features mingle at flower gardens, streams, woodland and lofty cliff faces. Number 2 is the Castle Craig. Walter Hubbard, who plowed hundreds of thousands of dollars into beautifying Hubbard Park, also donated this romantic observation tower. It's posted high atop East Peak, 970+ feet above sea level. Castle Craig 1900 is built from the local basalt, and there are differing theories about the style of fortification it was designed to resemble. Walter Hubbard was widely traveled, so Castle Craig may be inspired by all kinds of different structures. Theories range from a Norman tower to an Ottoman defense on the Danube. Number 3, Metacomet Trail. Adventure is always on the cards in Meriden, where you can get onto 2 celebrated blue-blazed walking trails. The town is near the southern trailhead of the 62.7-mile Metacomet Trail, shooting north to Suffield via Hubbard Park and traversing a big portion of the narrow fault block, Metacomet Ridge. This 100-mile formation is composed of volcanic basalt and was formed in the Triassic/Jurassic period some 200 million years ago. Something I appreciate about the Metacomet Trail is that it passes close to many built-up areas. I mean, you're rarely more than a couple of miles from a public road for accommodation or provisions. Number 4, Historic Downtown Meriden. In the center of Meriden got the impression of a downtown about to burst into life. This is the kind of place where you can grab a Jamaican patty or a cup of fresh roasted coffee, or view an impromptu art exhibition at a bar. The city's historical society has drawn up a detailed self-guided walking tour around downtown. This has 18 stops, mostly along East Main Street, and takes in a lot of imposing sights. Number 5 in our list, Higby Mountain. Another of the stirring landforms on the Metacomet Ridge. Higby Mountain reaches a total height of 890+ feet, with cliffs soaring 590 feet over the Quinnipiac River Valley. As I mentioned above, this mountain ridge is on the Mattabesett Trail. Here the path continues unbroken along a 2-mile ledge with views of Meriden to savor. The preserve around Higby Mountain encompasses 158 acres and is open from dawn to dusk. If you're traveling from downtown Meriden, there's a trailhead and parking area just off Connecticut Route 66, about 1.5 miles out of town. Number 6, Giuffrida Park. This park to the northwest of Higby Mountain grants you access to the west side of the 690 feet Chauncey Peak, another basalt mountain. The east side is a working quarry. Chauncey Peak, on the Mattabesett Trail, looms large on Meriden's eastern horizon, and facing the town are vertiginous cliffs soaring 300 feet above the Bradley-Hubbard Reservoir. The soil at the foot of the cliffs is alkaline, giving rise to plants not commonly found in New England's acidic soils. Number 7, Powder Ridge. The peak immediately south of Higby Mountain on the Metacomet Ridge is the 850-foot Mattabesett Mountain, home to the Powder Ridge Mountain Park and AMP Resort. This opened in 2013 after its predecessor shut down 6 years before, and has a total skiable area of 80 acres, with 19 runs. Added to the piste are facilities for snowboarding, freestyle skiing and snow tubing. You can also rent all you need for mountain biking. There's a whole calendar of events at the resort, including a beer and music festival at the end of July attended by up to 30 breweries. Number 8. Wadsworth Falls State Park. A simple 15-minute drive out of Meriden, there's natural splendor of a different kind, at a state park with 2 beautiful waterfalls in its boundaries. Wadsworth Big Falls and Wadsworth Little Falls are both easily accessed via trails. On the 50-foot wide reach of the Quinnipiac River, Wadsworth Big Falls tumbles over a 30-foot basalt shelf. Smaller, but a little higher, Wadsworth Little Falls is on the Wadsworth Brook and drops 40 feet down a sandstone flight. Number 9. Quinnipiac River Gorge Trail. Long abandoned rail beds around Meriden are being turned into linear trails, all part of a campaign to rebrand this place as an active, nature-rich town. The most scenic of which is on a 1.3-mile stretch of the Meriden and AMP Waterbury Railroad, which was laid down in 1888 along the Quinnipiac River Gorge. The line was never heavily trafficked, and closed down in 1966. You can pick up the trail on the west bank of Hanover Pond, and spend an easy hour or 2 walking or riding on the flat, paved terrain through this scenic gorge. Hanover Pond dates to 1855 and was created when a dam was constructed to power a factory for the Meriden Cutlery Company. Finish with number 10, Mattabesett Trail. If one long-distance trail isn't enough, the 62-mile Mattabesett Trail runs through Meriden. On its horseshoe-shaped route through New Haven County, the trail takes in state forest, municipal parks and land trust preserves. This blue-blazed path connects a few of the most scenic spots on our list, like the Powder Ridge Ski Area, Higby Mountain, Chauncey Peak and Lamentation Mountain. You'll journey along precipitous ledges, over brooks and bogs and into haunting hardwood forest bedded with mountain laurel. For example, there's a succession of colonial-era stagecoach roads. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite thing to do in Meriden? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.